Hi, my name is Jacques van Zijl, and this is my YZ250 2021 two-stroke. Now, you would think to yourself, why would I want to convert a motocross bike into an enduro bike? Well, let's get to the little storyline here. One, I turned 40, and this year I really wanted to try doing motocross. As you can hear by my accent, I'm from South Africa, and we've moved 3 years ago to Canada, Calgary, and the tracks of Blackfoot Racing, or what they call MX Rose Racing Track, such a beautiful track. I really wanted to try motocross here. I went in, and about 12 weeks into it, I broke my leg. It will show up here, and it was a pretty bad break and 16 pins, so that dream was slightly going to be out for a few years. So now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about this build, and let's talk about the price. So I bought the bike brand new, $10,000. Okay, that's including GST and everything. And then what I've done with my parts and to build it to an enduro bike cost me additional $7,000, including labor and suspension and everything. So I'm going to go through this build and explain to you step by step what I've done to it and why I actually have done this build. Now, we do see a lot of KTMs, gas, and Husqvarnas out there. Beautiful bikes, but I always have a little soft spot for my Yamaha YZ. I've had plenty bikes over the years in South Africa, but when we do enduros, because in South Africa mostly we're known for enduro riding, you wouldn't typically go and buy the right tool for the job. Okay, so why did I do this? Why did I spend $17,000 on this bike and the bolt? And the simple answer is, why not? Everybody's got the thing they want to do, and I wanted to build my bike, and I wanted to have a YZ to do it. And this is my build. So let's get into it, and I'm going to show you what I've spent it on and what we've changed in this. Before I carry on, the bike I bought brand new by the gentleman of name is Ron at Blackfoot Motorsport, or Blackfoot Online. It's in Calgary. So I bought the bike there, and after my accident, I spoke to you could say it's the branch, which is called Blackfoot Direct, and the guy I spoke to there was Travis, and we really sat down, very professional people, sat down and said, listen, I want to build this bike to what I would like to have it for my fit, my riding style, and what I want to do. And Travis really spent the time with me to go through what the changes we need to do and why we require those changes. Now, no mean I say when you want to do a build like this that you need to build it like the way I wanted to build the bike. You don't have to, okay? But this is kind of my dream bike that I wanted. So let's get into it. Right, so let's go into it. So first we did direct suspension, and you can see they kind of label it to your specifications, to what I require. So that will be the sag and all the technical details. Also it's there for servicing and so forth. It's a really fantastic suspension, very soft. They call it direct suspension or direct suspension services. This is the factory setting, and it's also run KYB. So check it out and speak to Travis, because they will really build for you a suspension that is for enduro for this particular bike. Now, again, all my details are on the back there. So when you go in for your services and so forth, they actually know where it comes from, where it needs to go, and every other company that you're going to take it to, they will basically have this information then. So what they also did was they changed my spring in the back, so it's a complete new system. Right, so what I've also done is, and that's just because of the way I'm riding, is I went for the Recluse clutch. Okay, so this is the Auto Recluse clutch kit, and you would say, why do I want to go that route? As you can see, my fingers and my hand has been broken more than 5 times. So after a very good 150 kilometers ride, my hand is not that functional anymore. So I really struggle by using my clutch. So this is the new Recluse. I believe it's the Recluse 3.0 Auto, and it's a new version which also allow you to preload. So if you go into an obstacle and you have to use your clutch, you can actually just, push in your clutch, rev it up, release, and you can still jump over logs and you can still do the crawling. What I've also done is I've ordered from Germany what they call the Magera clutch. So this is a hydraulic clutch system. So very nice and smooth, and it goes all the way down to the piston, which is sitting right over there. So this will give you a really nice smooth clutch release when you're when you're riding. However, when you have the auto recluse, you're not going to really use it that often. But still, if you want to preload or use it, it is there. So the little piston is there, goes into the Magera system, which has got its own oil, and you just install it and go, and just change your cables. Then what I've also done is I've installed a new pipe, which is a Pro Circuit pipe, which is I believe it's called the Gold Series, or my apologies, the Platinum Series. I wanted that because of the low torque it can give me, and I mixed it with my FMF fatty. The shorty, I love that because it still gives you that motocross feeling, that motocross, sound, and I didn't want to lose that. The only thing I still need to install in the back is, because in Canada, and you go into the, riding in the bush, you need to have a suppressor in, but we all get there. I need to just order that little part. Okay. Then, as you can see, I've changed my back rim. So I still kept the XL blue, but I went from 19 to 18 inch and put a new tire with a Moose system in the back. I don't want to have those punches when I'm in the bush. And then obviously we changed the hub, and we also changed the sprocket, for the gearing. Remember, this is 5-speed. This is still a motocross bike. So, there's a few things that we've done, to try and to get it to that Enduro feeling. Then what we've also done is we've installed the long ratio tank. This, I believe, is a 3.2 gallon. I could be wrong. This isn't necessary. You have to have it, otherwise you won't get past 25 kilometers in a field. So, all Enduro bikes need to have them. Then let's talk a little bit about something that I'm very excited about. So I went in and purchased the Electron carburetor. Now, why would I want to do that? So a motocross bike don't have elevation settings. So every time you go to a motocross track, because it's a set place, you can just set it every time you go there. When you play around with Enduro and you go to BC and you go into the mountains and you start to climb 2,000-3,000 feet, that's going to play a very big role in my bike's performance. So I wanted to save some money in terms of fuel efficiency, and obviously I don't want to worry about, when I climb that the bike could idle higher, lower, keep on dying on me, those type of things. So Electron carburetor is the way to go for this particular build. We also changed the head slightly on top, so gives us a better stroke, and a better performance for low idling and the power that I need to climb. Then what we also done is we changed the seat. We actually have a seat concept that's going to arrive soon. Give you that nice Enduro feeling, which they're going to install, but it's still not here. And then we've got a bit of knickknacks. Knickknacks is we changed the chain, got a gold chain in there. We've got a plate underneath, so to protect the bike. So when we climb rocks, we've got, the carbon fiber guard to protect my pipe. We've got, the protection for my caliper, my braking system. We've got some hand guards, and then we also installed new, I like to have the red, just looks a little bit, you know, different. Don't like to have the same bike that everybody else have. So yeah, this is kind of the bike that we've built up. Was it worth it, the money? Yes, I think it is. This is a build that I don't think a lot of people have. This is, like I said, my build, what I wanted. I'm very excited to take him out, go and ride him, and you know, just go out there and rip, man. This is a hobby. This is what we do. I'm a weekend warrior. I'm very in love with, obviously, Hoonigan. I love Ken Block, so a little bit of, you know, some stickers over there. So next, I suppose you guys want to hear how she sounds. So let's rip her. Let's start her up, and you can hear how she sounds. Obviously, it's going to be a cold start, but yeah, who cares? Let's start her. Right, so let's give a kickstart. Now, I've ordered a Pantera starter for this particular bike, so it will be in about 6 or 7 weeks, and I will do a video on that when it arrives. So, because if you purchase this bike, your YZ choke will be in the left-hand side, but because of the electron, it's not on the right-hand side, so it's just behind your starter. So fuel is open, clutch is open, one kick you should take. So there we go. Thank you so much for checking it out. The next few videos, we will take her out, do some Enduro stuff, and see what the journey lies ahead for us. Be safe out there, and yeah, thank you for checking it out. Cheers.